Of private institutions. In particular, I want to recognize Mr. Williams, Eman Williams. Principals, teachers, students, parents of students who are here this morning, the listening public, and all the media houses represented this morning. A pleasant good morning to all. It is indeed a pleasure to be here as we celebrate the success of our students, of our schools, of our staff, our teachers for the Caribbean Examination Council exams. We participate in not just the Csec exams, we participated in the Ccslc exams, and we also participated in the CAPE exams as well. CAPE is the Caribbean Advanced Proficiency exams. But to officially welcome you, I want to invite Dr. Jeffrey Blaise to do so this morning. Let us welcome Dr. Jeffrey Blaise.
Thank you, Madam PS and Chairperson for this event. Good morning, everybody. Permit me first of all to recognize the presence of the Honorable Minister for Education, Human Resource Planning, Vocational Training and National Excellence, Honorable Alfred, the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Education, Mrs. Hyacinth, Education Officer for Examinations, Ms. Magali Celestine, who has been doing an excellent job with the Ministry of Education for the past years, Mrs. Aflin Douglas Murdoch, who is the Dean of the Dominica Institute for Arts, the directors of other private entities who have vested interest in external examination, and parents who are here this morning, and I bet you some of them might even be teachers as well, parents of students who excel. So they have a dual role, I'm sure. They are elated to be here. And our other parents who are here. Our students who have excelled in the examination and those who are representing the general student body at this function this morning. I know that a number of our other students are listening via various media. The members of the viewing, I dare say, and listening public here, I think we are live on a number of media outlets. The media houses present here this morning, I know that every media house has vested interest in dissemination of results, because it's one of the areas for public enthusiasm. And all our other invited guests and everyone within reach of my voice here this morning, I really want to welcome you to this press event, the release of our 2022 external examination results for the 2022 examination cycle. What we usually call the May to June, but it has changed because now with COVID and Maria and everything else, we cannot even say a May to June examination cycle because it gets earlier, later, depending on the circumstance. So, because you know that we have examinations at different times in the year, yes, external examinations. So, we are indeed delighted to be here this morning, the Ministry of Education, to present the results of the examination for 2022. This examination result provides us with an indication of the performance of our students, but more so the performance of the education system. It's one of the indicators, I must say, of system output, because it invariably tells us how our students have been performing, and by extension, how our schools have been performing, how our teachers have been performing, and how the system has been performing over the past year. We are delighted as I just say, as we do every year, to inform you that our students continue to excel, notwithstanding all the challenges that they face regionally, and I speak here of challenges like the COVID pandemic and others. We have once again recognized that our students have been performing very, very well. And I will also indicate that excellent performance has been recognized across secondary schools all over the island. And I will always say that our rural schools have been performing exceptionally well. I must ask you again to give our rural schools a round of applause. And I say this because over the years we have been lamenting that student excellent performance, teacher excellent delivery, school excellent performance can be found anywhere at every school. So it means, parents, that you need not fear which secondary school your child attends, because all our secondary schools have been performing excellently. And during the presentation of the students who who were awarded grade 1s in numerous subjects, you will recognize again that excellence is found at all our schools. This year we have recognized that our boys have been performing comparatively well when we look at the subjects which they wrote. Our boys have performed comparable in about half of the subjects, and that is excellent, because often we speak of a gender gap in performance. There is still the gender gap, but we are heartened that it is narrowing significantly, even at the secondary level. I must also tell you that the Ministry of Education, and even before I say that, I really want to extend a note of appreciation to our supervising officers at the Ministry of Education, our principals of our secondary schools most specifically, and the staff of secondary schools who have been doing an excellent job at instruction, our students, all our students, and I often say that as long as you feel that you have given it your best, then that is your best, yes? So we congratulate all our students who have dared to write the examination irrespective of the results. I really want to, again, emphasize the importance of the parents, and I really want to extend a note of appreciation to our parents for the support that they have been giving the students over the past years, and the students themselves who have done very, very well in the examination. Everyone deserves a round of applause. Again, we will emphasize that we want our students to excel not only in the cognitive domain, in academic gains, but also in all areas. And I speak here of our emphasis on promoting life skills development in students. We will look seriously into putting all of it together as one package for our students, not only because most often the media and the public focus heavily on the academic performance of our students, but we have schools doing exceptionally well in other areas, and from time to time we'll continue to highlight their performance, be it in vocational areas, TVET, or in sports education, or in just general life skills, volunteerism and the like. But we want to promote development not only in academics, but in general life skills. And we want our stakeholders to be on board with us in doing so. We have recognized that notwithstanding challenges, as I mentioned earlier, our students, and again you will see in the presentation by Ms. Celestine, that our students continue to excel. We are heartened that they continue to perform much better than the regional average, which is excellent. So again, we are in a good standing, and we need to really congratulate ourselves as a nation, as stakeholders, for continued performance of our students. I really want to welcome all our stakeholders here this morning and ask you to enjoy our celebrations as our students celebrate their success over the past years. Thank you and welcome.
Thank you, Dr. Bless, for welcoming us. And as chairperson, I want to welcome you too to this event. We move steadily along. Ms. Magali Celestine, who was a secondary school teacher, who was a vice principal at a secondary school, and now she is leading in the examination center as education officer for exams. And as said already, she is doing a remarkable job. So this morning we want to welcome her and we want to invite her to present the results to us. Let's make her feel welcome.
To the side. Okay.
Thank you, PS Hyacinth. Let me just recognize our Honorable Octavia Alfred, Minister for Education, Human Resource Planning, Vocational Training, and National Excellence. Mrs. Chandler Hyacinth, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Education, Human Resource Planning, and Vocational Training and National Excellence. Dr. Jeffrey Blaise, our Chief Education Officer, acting. Mrs. Nazarene Williams-Stitt, SEO Secondary Schools. Ms. Marita Hyacinth, our Senior Program Officer in the Ministry of Education. Other ministry officials present here this morning, principals, deputies, and assistant principals of secondary schools, directors of private institutions. I can see Mrs. Athleen Douglas Murdoch, Dean of the Dominica Institute for the Arts, as well as Mr. Heman Williams, Director of the Academic School of Learning. Teachers, students, parents, the listening and viewing public, media houses represented here, a pleasant good morning. The 2022 examination season was a very eventful one. Since COVID-19 hit our shores, adjustments had to be made to the manner in which exams are administered in an effort to reduce the absenteeism rate among candidates and to prevent candidates from having to wait up to a whole year to take exams depending on the subject in question. CXC explored several opportunities to accommodate candidates. A reduction in the number of practicals by 50% in some subjects, the provision of SBA topics, a 3 weeks delay in the start of exams, and extension was granted for the submission of SBA. In keeping with my ministry's motto, each child succeeds, this year, in addition to invigilating exams in the classroom setting, invigilators were also called upon to administer exams at individual homes across the island to accommodate candidates who were not able to present themselves at a center due to various medical conditions. In 2022, our services were rendered at homes in Citronnier, Elmsall, Jimmet, Loda, Portsmouth, Newtown, Salisbury, Saint-Sauveur, Stock Farm, and Viecas, just to name a few. My team ensured that CXC standards were maintained, whether the exams were administered at home or at school. They also ensured that the processes were standardized at all venues. And they ensured also that no candidate was disadvantaged nor gained an unfair advantage. I want to publicly thank my very flexible, supportive, and hardworking team of center supervisors, chief invigilators, and invigilators for their collaborative effort throughout the exam season. Teamwork makes the dream work. I also want to thank the principals who assisted with the coordination of these movements and the parents of the candidates who cooperated with us and willingly allowed us to use their space. On behalf of the Ministry of Education, I say a big thank you. After all the hard work, we are gathered here today at this very auspicious occasion where the Ministry of Education recognizes the efforts of our students. Let's begin with the analysis of the 2022 Ccslc results. 10 secondary schools submitted candidates for 2022 Ccslc exams. We welcome the addition of the St. Martin Secondary School, the Arthur Waldron SDA Academy, and the Achievement Learning Center. A total of 552 school candidates wrote the Ccslc exams. This total comprised of 267 males and 285 females. These figures indicate that in 2022, there is a reduction in the number of candidates taking the exams. 120 more students wrote the exams in 2021. Exams were done in 6 different subject areas, with schools attempting 2 to 4 subjects. On this slide, we can see that both the Arthur Waldron SDA Academy and the Dominica Community High School scored 100% pass rate. That's in Ccslc English. Actually, the Dominica Community High School has maintained its position when compared to 2021. The Northeast Comprehensive School has improved in comparison to 2021, but on the other hand, all other schools' performance in English has decreased in 2022. For mathematics, the St. Martin Secondary School, Arthur Waldron SDA Academy, and the Portsmouth Secondary School obtained 100% pass rate. The number of unsuccessful students ranged from a minimum of 1 candidate to a maximum of 13 candidates among schools. These figures indicate that mathematics will gain its rightful position in the next 2 years. The Goodwill Secondary School has shown marked improvement in mathematics when compared to performance in 2021. With respect to the 4 other Ccslc subjects, there was an overall improvement in all areas except for Spanish. Among these 4 subjects, most candidates gravitated towards French. Integrated Science led the way with a whopping 100% pass rate. Here is a summary of performance at the 2022 Ccslc exams. The Dominica Community High School has again maintained its 100% pass rate in Ccslc English. The Arthur Waldron SDA Academy took up the challenge this year and also received 100% pass rate. The Northeast Comprehensive School has improved in performance in English, and 6 out of the 9 schools have shown a downward trend in performance in English. St. Martin Secondary School, Arthur Waldron SDA, and Portsmouth Secondary School obtained 100% pass rate in maths. 5 out of the 10 schools have shown marked improvement in mathematics, and outstanding performance in math came from the Goodwill Secondary School this year. They had a leap from 59.1% in 2021 to 70.6% in 2022. Hats off to GSS. The Arthur Waldron SDA Academy has shown outstanding performance in both Ccslc English A and Ccslc Mathematics in 2022. That's a good comeback. We hope you maintain that throughout. A total of 462 students, which represents 83.5%, have attained mastery or competent levels in the 2022 Ccslc exams. These figures represent a 9% increase when compared to 2021. A job well done at all 10 schools, and I look forward to the introduction of Ccslc digital literacy at most, if not all schools in 2023. We will now look at our Csec performance in 2022. 15 secondary schools submitted candidates for Csec exams. A total of 717 school candidates wrote the exams. There were 310 males and 407 females. In 2021, 826 students were registered, so there is a decrease of 109 students in 2022 when compared with 2021. There were 181 private candidates in 2022, 38 males and 143 females. These figures also show a reduction of 105 candidates when compared to 2021. A grand total of 898 candidates wrote the Csec exams in 32 subject areas. In relation to e-testing, the Orion Academy and the Convent High School were the only two secondary schools who opted to do paper 2 in selected subjects online. I look forward to all 15 secondary schools doing paper 2 exams online in selected subjects very soon, as this will become the norm. This graph shows Dominica's overall performance from 2017 to 2022. We scored an overall 74.2%. However, note that results are still pending for English B at the Dominica Grammar School and Theatre Arts at the Goodwill Secondary School, and we are expecting a 100% pass rate for both subjects, which will positively affect our overall performance. Please note that these results are preliminary. So now it shows a 3.3% decrease in the overall percentage pass of students receiving grades 1, 2, and 3 in the 2022 Csec exams when compared to 2021. This is definitely not yet a true reflection of our performance, as I am still working with CXC to have many of the ungraded issues resolved. I am hopeful that our overall pass rate will increase to correspond with our performance in 2021 and 2020. In terms of the quality of grades obtained, 236 or 32.9% of the candidates passed 5 or more subjects, including mathematics and English A. 421 or 58.7% of the candidates passed 5 or more subjects with acceptable grades 1, 2, and 3. 37 students from 10 secondary schools and 1 private school obtained 6 or more grade 1s in the 2022 Csec exams based on the preliminary results, and the Honorable Minister will declare shortly who they are. This table indicates the performance by subject. I challenge our schools to aim for majority of the Csec subjects to be in the upper row, ranging from 80 to 100% pass, and to leave the below 60% column void. You will notice an asterisk next to 2 subjects in the bottom row. I am patiently awaiting the grades, which will automatically promote them to the upper row. The modern languages, French and Spanish, mathematics, social studies, and visual arts are subjects needing a boost in 2023. Candidates are reminded that social studies, geography, and history, which are all now in the bottom row, must be submitted as individual SBAs in 2023 and moving forward. As we take a close look at our performance in Csec English A, I was really anticipating that the graph would follow the pattern and shoot up to the sky. Instead, we have performed similarly to the year 2019 thereabout. This table gives an idea of the performance of candidates at our various secondary schools. The Convent High School submitted the most candidates, and the Dominica Community High School submitted the least number for English A. When compared to the region, 10 out of 15 schools have clearly performed above the regional average of 70.51% for English A. Our overall performance of 77% also surpasses that of the region. 152 or 23% of students did not succeed in English A. In 2021, 21.6% of the students did not succeed. This next graph shows clearly that this has been our worst performance in mathematics since 2017. This subject must be at the top of the agenda for all principals. Unfortunately, this dilemma spans across the region. When we look at individual schools' performance, the St. Mary's Academy, Convent High School, and Castleboro Secondary School must be commended for their performance above the regional average of 36.9% in mathematics. When compared to 2021, marked improvements occurred at the Castleboro Secondary School, the Pierre Charles Secondary School, the Northeast Comprehensive School, and the Goodwill Secondary School. When we compare performance by gender, boys outperformed the girls in 18 out of 32 subjects. Agricultural Science, Single Award, Biology, Caribbean History, EDPM, English B, Family and Resource Management, Food, Nutrition and Health, French, Geography, Human and Social Biology, Integrated Science, Mathematics, Office Administration, Physical Education and Sports, Principles of Accounts, Principles of Business, Spanish, and even Textiles, Clothing and Fashion. Good job. This bar chart shows that in 2022, although girls performed better than boys in mathematics and English, the gap was not too wide. Okay, 71 and 81, 33.9, 37.9. When Dominica's performance is compared to that of the region, we stand tall. A selected few are on the screen, but we performed above the regional average in 25 out of the 32 subjects. This has been the first year of SBAs for Human and Social Biology, and Dominica is proud to have captured a 90.1% pass in comparison to the region's 67%. Dominica has performed overall 1.16% above the regional average in 2022. For the science-related subjects, we saw improvements in agriculture, human and social biology, and biology, when compared to 2021. Agricultural Science Double Award captured a 100% pass rate on island. There was a decrease in the overall performance for all the humanities-related subjects when compared to 2021. Although we performed above the regional average in history, geography, and social studies, the quality of our grades are not appealing. The modern languages are both below the regional average. I am sure you will agree with me that greater attention needs to be given to the treatment of the humanities subjects. For the technical and vocational subjects, performance has improved in textiles, clothing and fashion, and industrial technology building when compared to 2021. We performed below the regional average in technical drawing, industrial technology building, and industrial technology electrical. For the business group of subjects, candidates did better in EDPM and principles of accounts in 2022 than in 2021. We performed above the regional average in all business subjects except in economics. Overall performance was maintained for most of the other subjects. For the second consecutive year, the Dominica Grammar School has produced yet another grade 1 in visual arts. Mr. John Baptist, your efforts will not go unnoticed. Grades are also still pending for theater arts. Let's now proceed to our CAPE results. A total of 136 candidates wrote the CAPE exams in 2022, 84 females and 52 males. This represents 17 more candidates than 2021. So whereas the numbers decreased for Ccslc and Csec, our numbers have increased for CAPE. Candidates attempted 16 double unit subjects and 8 single unit subjects. A total 14 double units, a total of 36 out of 67 units offered by CXC. For the very first time, physical education and sport and performing arts were offered in Dominica in 2022. This is great news for our many athletes and talented students in the arts who may want to do advanced studies in these areas. You now have the opportunity to do so at the Academic School of Learning and at the Dominica Institute for the Arts. In 2022, also, the St. John's Academy piloted the CAPE program with the intention of having students transition from secondary education to tertiary education on the same compound, a pattern that exists in many Caribbean islands. When compared to the regional performance, we captured 100% pass in 11 units. CAPE Performing Arts obtained 100% pass in Business for the Arts, that's the Unit 1, as well as in all sections of the Unit 2, dance, drama, and music. It is such a pity that the deceased Mrs. Chanel Jolly Bethel, drama tutor at the Dominica Institute for the Arts, could not live to smile at those results. She was gone too soon. However, we salute her efforts. 115 or 84.5% of the candidates passed with acceptable grades 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. Dominica has performed above the regional average in 17 out of 36 units attempted. Candidates attempted a minimum of 1 to a maximum of 8 units in 2022. Dominica's overall performance at the Cape level is 83.36%, which is slightly below the regional average of 91.25%. Last but not least, for our CVQ results, 9 candidates were registered for 2022 CVQ in garment production, level 1 at the Goodwill Secondary School. This comprised of 8 females and 1 male. All 9 candidates were deemed competent and will receive their CVQ certificate. Let me congratulate all of our candidates on their outstanding performance at all levels. Let me also remind the public that the query period is now open till October 3, 2022. Candidates' receipts must be submitted for upload to the ORS for all queries. Candidates who are interested in having a script review, they must submit a bank draft of US $30, and this must accompany the candidate's receipt. Registration has also started for the 2023 exam season, and there are 2 distinct deadlines. October 14, 2022, registration ends for candidates wishing to write exams in January 2023. And November 30, 2022, registration ends for candidates wishing to write exams in May-June 2023. Thank you for your kind attention.
Thank you so much, Ms. Celestine. And now it gives us great pleasure to invite the Honorable Octavia Alfred to share some preliminary results and performances with you.
Good morning, everybody. Let me acknowledge the head table, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Education, Mrs. Hyacinth, Officer Dr. That whatever we do, let's be people of excellence. Let's give our best, even when we are not supervised. And now, I'll give you the students, and I'm fully confident that after this review, Dominica's result is going to go up. It's only sad sometimes we call students with 7 ones, and after the review they realize they had 9. But I'm sure that the results will get better. Convent High School, Jacinta Grant, 9 ones. Corel Joseph, 9 ones. Sasha Maxwell, 9 ones. Gabriela Napoleus Akana, 9 ones. Adola Xavier, 9 ones. JL Laura, 8 ones. Megan Mendes, 8 ones. Kimani Corbett, 7 ones. Romina Joseph, 7 ones. Zana Joseph, 7 ones. Jada Francis, 6 ones. Michaelas Louis, 6 ones. Lynette Rodriguez Toledo, 6 ones. Farah Roye, 6 ones. And Kyle, maybe K. Lynn Shillingford, 6 ones. Dominica Grammar School, Kesia Cadet, 6 ones. Portsmouth Secondary School, Kalisa George, 14 ones. Chavis Alcide, 10 ones. We have a lot of Portsmouth people in the house, man. Serena Matthew, 10 ones. Jadeline Farrell, 9 ones. Take Care Robin, 8 ones. Joyanne George, 6 ones. And Kane George, 6 ones. St. Mary. St. Mary's Academy, Marcellus Lee, 10 ones. Cameron Philip, 8 ones. Amani Francis, 8 ones. Northeast Comprehensive School, Kiara Marcel, 9 ones. Arthur Waldron SDA Academy, Austin King, 13 ones. Delon Fontaine, 11 ones. Felicia Jack, 9 ones. Isaiah Thomas Secondary School, Alton Bello, 7 ones. Sasha Liana Jean-Louis, 6 ones. Cassibur Secondary, Lily Lou Lucian, 7 ones. And Kayla Scotland, 6 ones. Orion Academy, Regine Charles, 7 ones. And St. John's Academy, Kadeen Lawrence, 8 ones. And Academic School of Learning, Likeni Laouge, 9 ones. Again, we highly commend all our students, and we wait expectantly for the reviews of our results, because we know that they're going to get better. God bless you. Have a good morning.
Thank you, Minister. And we just want to recognize the students, because some of them are here. The students from Convent. Students from Convent, are you here? Please stand. You can come up front. Come up front. Let the camera pick you up. The students from Portsmouth, from Dominica Grammar School.
Dominica Grammar School doing very well. Convent High School doing very well. Thanks.
The students from Portsmouth Secondary School. Those who are here, please come up to congratulate you.
And
come right in front.
That's the
Come right
1, 2, 3, 4.
To get you properly.
4 of them, yes. And that's one of the schools that Mrs. Hyacinth, who is the permanent secretary, is speaking at this time. That's she was the principal in those at that school for some years, and then moved to the Ministry of Education in Roseau. I'm sure it pleases her to see I've done very well. And I was wondering at one point, why was Dr. Jeffrey Bless smiling so much? It's because of the good news that he knew was coming for Dominica. Dominica has done very well compared to other schools in the region.
St. Mary's Academy. Any of the students from St. Mary's Academy here? Northeast Comprehensive.
We have 1, so far from Northeast Comprehensive.
Northeast.
Thanks for making the effort, young lady. Thought the St. Mary's Academy would be here at least, just a few yards away from where we are, but this young lady came all the way from Northeast, so we are proud of her for the effort, smiling and posing for the cameras.
Congratulations, Miss Kiara.
Who is now attending the Dominica State College.
Seventh-day Adventist Academy.
Seventh-day Adventist Academy, Afro-Walton Academy.
We understand that some students are already at university and at colleges overseas studying. So we want to congratulate them as well too. We know that the students at Arthur Waldron, once they excel, they get a scholarship at Southern Caribbean University. Isaiah Thomas Secondary School. None here. Cassibru Secondary.
Cassibru's two young ladies.
And
One
Kayla.
apparently from
Congratulations.
efforts. Congratulations to these two young ladies.
Academy.
St. John's Academy,
Caden.
represented by Kaden. St. John's Academy at one time, I remember my sister, Dr. Juliana,
Celebrate our
was the director there. Good morning to you, sis. And congratulations to the St. John's Academy, and thanks for the effort that you have made, Dr. Juliana, in building the school, taking it to the level at where it is today.
Congratulations. Our students show a pattern, you know. Once you excel
Very much so.
and become student of the year at your secondary school, we expect you to do well at CSEC. And academics, Miss LaRue? Yes, she's overseas studying. She's one of them too who has excelled and has already claiming scholarships because of her excellence. So we want to congratulate all our students. We continue to encourage you to be successful in whatever you do, and we want to continue to encourage our schools to invest in our students so that they can excel. And our students sometimes do surprise us. And I want to congratulate all our schools and your hardworking teachers to continue on the path, especially where you identify students who can do well. Let us work with our students for them to do well. It benefits our communities, our country, because these are the ones who will continue to do well, not just at high school, but at college and at universities. And they can take advantage of the numerous scholarship opportunities that is available to them. So I want to use this opportunity to say thank you to all. Thank you for your presence here. Thank you to all those who participated in the presentations. Honorable Minister, Dr. Bless, and Ms. Celestine. Thank you to our officials who assisted in setting up and having us here at this venue. Thank you to the media for representing here this morning and for celebrating our students as they continue to excel. Thank you to you, the principals, members of staff, or deputies, the students, the parents who are here. Congratulations to you as well. Without your effort, without your supervision, without your care at home, without your encouragement, some of the students will not have excelled. And we want to encourage parents to continue to invest in your children. Schools can do it, but we need to work with the parents, we need to work with the community as well. It's a partnership, and both go together. Congratulations. I notice several teachers have students who have excelled. Congratulations too, because you're doing a double job as parent and as teacher. Congratulations, and we want to wish you every success in the future. Thank you. Thank you. Any questions?
So we've come to the end of this presentation here at the Goodwill Parish Hall.
Questions from the media?
Goodwill Parish Hall. I think the Ministry of Education did a very good job.
No questions,
No
so
questions. Well done
thank you
job.
very much
Well done
for your
job.
presence.
Congratulations to whenever an institution or ministry does well, the person who heads that ministry apparently has done very well and must be commended for the great effort. Congratulations to the Honorable Minister of Education, Honorable Octavia Alfred, to Margaret Celestine, and also to the Permanent Secretary and all others who've done very well in the area of education in Dominica. So once again, congratulations to all the students who did well. Thanks to the parents who did very well as well, and the guardians, those who have been entrusted to care for the children who do not have immediate parents to take care of them. So congratulations, and we trust that the students will do well. Congratulations to the males as well who've done very well. Good news for Dominica. Again, at the regional level, Dominica has done very well compared to other schools in the Caribbean. So big up to the government of Dominica and the Ministry of Education. On behalf of our cameraman, I am Steve Vidal, your announcer and the technician, saying thanks again for joining us, and enjoy the rest of your day. Can I say good morning to the Carets? Good morning.
Good morning.
To the judges, sorry, and congratulations. They did well.
She at the front.
Oh, she's at the front. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, she's at the front. I'll catch her some other time. But you know, you've done very well as parents, and I mean, it took a lot of hard work, and sometimes we don't acknowledge the hard work of the parents, and most times the students. But I'm sure as a parent, you're very proud of your.
Oh, exceptionally proud. Yeah, she brought tears of joy to my eyes today.
I tell you. You know, I've been going through COVID, you know, and we've seen our students do well. And not only that, Dominica has done very well in the region, which is a good thing.
Definitely.
Indeed. Well, again, we want to commend all the students and commend all the parents and the teachers for doing so very well this 2022 during the exams. They are now posing for the cameras and posing for the camera. By the way, we just spoke to the Chief Magistrate, Kandakareth George, and congratulations to the father of one of the daughters, Mr. Pastor Eddie George. Good morning.
Good morning, good morning.
Just telling your wife, the magistrate, chief magistrate, you know, the students have to be commended, but at the same time, the parents need to be commended for a good job. I know it's not always easy in Dominica. We have COVID to deal with. We have so many things to deal with. Yet still our students have done well, and it means that the parents have done well.
Yes, I quite agree. I think a major part of the students' success is dependent on the parental involvement and participation in the life of the children.
Okay. Where's your daughter?
She just stepped out. I think she has another interview.
Okay. I was trying to talk to her earlier.
Let me go get her.
Okay, you take it. All right. Well, she's with Curtis now. Mrs. Curtis. Good morning and congratulations.
Thank you.
Northeast, is that?
Yes, Northeast Comprehensive.
You're the only one?
Yeah, I'm the only one.
Only one?
Yes.
Wow. What has it been like for you, and what was it like for you?
Um,
A lot of work.
yeah, it was a lot of studying. I remember it had days where I would be like whole day studying, how much hours. So yes, it was a lot of work, but then, you know, the joy you just feel when you finally see the results.
But you did well. We want to commend you.
Thank you very much.
Let me see if I can catch another young man from. Congratulations, sir. What's your name, please?
Travis.
And from what school?
Portsmouth Secondary.
Portsmouth Secondary School. How has it been for you? What led to your success?
Plenty of studying.
A lot of studying.
Yeah.
Able to focus on other things. I'm sure the temptation was to go out and play with your friends and play some of the games and so on, but you had to sacrifice those.
Yeah. You have to make sacrifices.
And what's your plan for the future? What do you want to major in?
To go in college.
What would you like to major in?
I'm currently majoring in accounts and IT.
Wonderful. Keep up the good work, man.
Thanks.
Okay. Let's see if we can catch up with one or two other students. Maybe I can have a word with one of the guys who probably did well. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, sir.
And congratulations.
Thank you.
What school?
Arthur Waldron, 70.
Arthur Waldron, and we heard some good things coming out of Arthur Waldron. So what are the plans in what do you want to major in now?
As of now, I'm majoring in business finance at the Dominica State College. Yeah.
Okay. What led to your success? A lot of dedication, hard work. I'm sure you were tempted to maybe take some time off to play and have fun with your friends, but you sacrificed.
Yeah, I had to stay after school, sometimes studying, especially with my French teacher. She helped me a lot. And oftentimes when I was at home, when I wanted to go and play, I had to stay and study to ensure that I did my best.
Okay, great. Is this one of your teachers?
Yeah, that's my principal.
Your principal. Good morning and congratulations.
Good morning, thank you very much.
Okay, and I'm sure you're proud of your students.
I'm extremely proud of all of my students.
All of your students.
Yes.
Okay. And how is the school doing otherwise?
Our school is doing exceptionally well. It's in keeping with our motto, academic excellence in a spiritually charged environment.
I heard the principal, I heard someone talk about scholarships. Is this a thing that you're going to continue to do every year when your students do well, provide them with scholarships?
This has been the hallmark of our school for all years. The top performing student receives a scholarship to a Seventh-day Adventist university in Trinidad, University of the Southern Caribbean. So our top student gains that scholarship every year.
Beautiful indeed. Thank you and congratulations.
You're most welcome.
All right. Well, that's it from here. I am Steve Vidal, taking it back to Master Control. Thanks again for watching. Thanks again for listening. And we were trying really to talk to one of the students out there earlier on. But of course, we will try to catch up with her a little later. But once again, on behalf of our cameraman, who is doing a good job, I am Steve Vidal, taking you back to Master Control. Don't forget to stay tuned to the Genuine Sound. We will be live, hopefully, at 3 o'clock this afternoon from the Promenade in Roseau. And hopefully on Saturday in the Kalinago territory on Saturday evening, and more to come for you. Don't forget, the tropical storm is still on, and we ask that you be safe and listen to Kyrie FM. We will, of course, update you on the weather conditions. Good morning. Goodbye. Back to Master Control.